So, Coach, feel free. Let's get started with the second one.
Yes, sir. Well, if it's the same people, I ain't gonna go through the introduction again. But um, let's get right into it. Right. When I talk about press, man, all right, is you have to have reasons. Your kids want reasons of why we do things. So talk about why we press. All right, we press to impede the release of the receiver. All right, also press to disrupt the time of the quarterback. And I also believe in the run game. We press to take the cracks off our safeties, or will backers, or sandbaggers, whoever that the receiver's trying to execute that crack on. Right. If we're playing off, it's a clear path for them to be able to climb up to that receiver, to that safety, get to the second level and get a clean crack on them. Right. If I'm pressed up in my inside leverage, there is no cracks. Okay, we're putting our hands on right now, so they're not able to climb. And or if they are climbing, we're closer to be able to get that crack replaced rather than we're already 7 yards off and now we have to come down and fill the alley from a deeper distance. Okay, and I teach, like I said, pure step. I teach inch step. I also teach mirror motor now from the spring. And I got, like I said, drill work and clips of that as well. All right, talk about, pure step first. All right, like I said, always tell the guys to come to the line and press with a purpose. Okay, be able to come to the line each rep, be able to have plan to win, come to the line with a plan. So if you're coming to the line thinking you're about the pure step, what is pure step? All right, it's a 6-inch step towards my leverage. Like I said, towards my leverage. It's not just towards, if I have inside help and I'm outside leverage, depending on the divider. All right, I'm taking a step with my outside foot. If I have inside leverage, I'm taking a step with my inside foot. Okay, be able to stay lateral without opening up the gate off the line. All right, unless it's a speed release, now we're already inside leverage. We're already able to kick off our inside foot and kick 45. All right, if it's a speed release, still in that pelvis hip relation. Okay, now we have to strike the receiver with the opposite hand upon his release. Okay. Talk about instep. Instep, I'm staying square. All right, my weight on my instep is being able to push off the inside of my feet and keep my inside leverage while matching the receiver steps. All right. Now I teach you where it's a 2-yard cutoff. All right. And that's what I'm dictating the receiver where he's going. Okay. You see some guys inching back. All right. All the way back 10 yards to go get some Gatorade. Right. No, I want to be able to dictate the receiver and be able to have a cutoff point so he can't tell me where we're going. We're going to stop that at 2 yards. Okay. And now we're going to either work our 2 to 1 to none, or we're going to work our offhand arm, long arm. Right. Now, the difference between inch and mirror motor in my eyes, how I teach my guys is mirror motor. I'm still staying square. I still have my weight on my inside of my feet, but I'm matching the receiver's movements. I'm not just staying inside, working straight back, right? I am going to mirror and motor back as the receiver is moving and trying to give us a release while keeping my leverage, if that makes sense. I'm going to stay inside leverage, but as he works outside, I'm moving when I'm on the angle outside. As he works inside, trying to move us off his line, I'm going to keep my inside leverage, but now I'm weaving back inside with my feet. And I really don't have a cutoff. When he makes his release point, I'm already on the top of his route regardless. He's just wasting time, and I'm mirroring him as he's moving forward at me. And now he takes the outside release. I'm just going to jump on the inside shoulder and already be in a chest-to-chest placement. All right, if he takes an inside release, okay, cool. I'm already on the top of his route, so now I'm just going to be able to cling on that outside shoulder. And we always talk to my guys about the 3 different levels of how we're going to press. All right, level 1, all right, you have to be able to line. We got to be able to choose our footwork. If it's pure step, inch, or mirror motor, be able to choose our footwork, all right, and our hand placement off his release. All right, so this is level 1. Like, this is the first thing in press man where I come and I tell my guys, all right, what's your alignment, your inside or outside leverage, what footwork are you using, and where is your hand placement when you strike, all right, upon his release? Which arm are you using, which hands are you using, are you 2 to 1 to none? When are you using these techniques? Okay, level 2, now we talk about the routes, right? Route elimination and route anticipation. Okay, we talk about in level 1, what are you going to get? You're going to get a slant, you're going to get a hitch, a counter slant, a diamond release slant, all right? What are you going to get in level 2? Route anticipation. We'll talk about the digs. We'll talk about the curls. We'll talk about the comebacks. All right. We're talking about the curls. All right. Now, level 3 is the deep balls. All right. You can talk about the fade, the non-ball, the post, the comeback, and the back shoulder. So we're talking about in level 2 is what I talk about with my corners is going over with them, right? Vertical leverage over in body position. Okay. Vertical leverage is being on top of the route, being able to break down the receiver rather than being underneath the receiver on his low hip, knowing I have over the top help. Where's my body presence on how I can break up balls and how I can play the ball if the ball is coming at me based on body position? Am I going to hook the swatter, going to punch through the top of the cookie jar? What am I going to do? And maintenance, what am I going to do to clean up? Like I said, am I punching through the ball, or if I punch through the cookie jar, or am I hooking and swatting based off my body position. And then level 3 is all about finishing and playing the ball. How am I going to finish? And how am I going to play the ball? All right. These are the things that the guys think about as they're running down the field, all right, as they're anticipating the routes, as they're checking it off, as they're going down the field. Once it gets to level 3, all right, we know the ball's about to come out. Once you hear that ball call, all right, how is it going to affect us? How we finish on the ball? And so we talk about stance to start. All right, I talk about the grid drill. First thing we're going to do, the first workout we're going to do when you come on the field is the grid drill. Working on our stance to start, working on our first step and our step replace, and we also work counter releases, staying square to the line of scrimmage. All right, I just line the guys up on the grid. It's day one. It's my first practice ever at Sacred Heart. These guys don't know me from a can of paint, right? All right, so we align them on the right side of the line, okay? And now we're working on pure step. It's going to take it one step over the line. It's the first step, right? Like I said, stand start. There's going to take a step off my hip. Every time I say hit, you're going to take a tight step, a 6-inch step with that foot. Okay, keep it tight. Now they'll go on the opposite side of the line, do the same thing with the opposite foot. Like I said, you have to work this for muscle memory. You have to work this for muscle memory. This was new to the guys. My pure step was new to them. So now we're working the counter step, all right? And the counter step is important because now we're bringing our second foot. We're bringing our second foot over. He counter releases us. Now we have to get over the line. Now I'm going to teach him to take a step and then get over the line. Hey, like I said, it's for some guys it's hard for, right? That's a bad rep, right? But he's just getting used to it. Good rep. In a step with my inside foot, my left foot, not kicking over with the right. And that foot up and down. All right, now they're just going back and forth. Okay, now we go into the inch, right? Just working the same grid off the inch. But now I'm saying 2 hits, right? I'm saying hit to start them. And now when I depict this 2 yards, you say hit, they're going to kick 45. With their eyes low, right? With their eyes low. Eyes low. Everybody's eyes are low, right? Independent feet, moving straight back, be able to kick. Now they go the opposite way, same thing. All right, so the bag drills, right? Staying square with our first initial step. All right, and upon our release, we have the 3 bags. So now we're able to stay square even when we kick 45 so we can stay and finish in the pelvis to hip relation. All right, we go through every step. Pure step first, right? Pure step becomes to my cylinder, my Madden circle, so I can put hands on. All right, and now we're rolling into the fade. All right, finish with our elbows above our ear hole. All right, finish high point the ball. Same thing, pure step. All right, he gets outside my tee, widens outside my tee. Man, with a hit with the one hand now, elbows above ear hole. Good finish. Now working a pure step counter release, right? Now we're working that inside step, all right, bringing our second foot, and now we're able to counter back, staying square to the line of scrimmage. All right, and now we're just working comeback now. All right, his eyes go from low from his bottom of his knees. Now his eyes rise up, and now he's reading his hip. All right, we're on top of the route. When his hips drop, my hips drop, we got our break in 2 steps, go get the ball. Same thing. All right, so now we're working the same thing, pure step with a counter release, but now I have a second receiver, top of the numbers. All right, everything's about eyes, right? So we're gonna snap our eyes from our first indicator of the knee to his hip. All right, and now when we roll into it, we're gonna get our eyes snapped to the second receiver on his lower hip, right? Just to transition our eyes, make sure our eyes are in the right spot. Perfect. Same thing. Okay. So now also we work the inside releases, right? I tell my guys to fight pressure with pressure, okay? If he's going to lean on us in a quick route, right? First level, intermediate route, he's going to push, we have to pull. All right, we got to pull low, tug low. He's going to push, we got to pull, we have to swing through. Now this is working an inside release and fighting pressure with pressure. All right, on the receiver to lean on him heavy and try to get a push off. And as you see, all right, we're leaning on it heavy, staying on that top foot shoulder. Same thing, taking a pure step with our inside foot. He is the side of us, All right, we're fighting pressure with pressure here. You see my corner's leaning on him, he's leaning on us. All right, we don't have any separation between the receiver. Now, like I said, we're fighting pressure with pressure, be able to squeeze that route out. Top of the screen. Inside release. It's inside release, like you just saw in the film, right? Hop on that outside shoulder, trying to push us. All right, no separation, there's no flag, we're not pulling, we're just fighting the pressure with the pressure, being able to snap on our outside pad. All right, talk about one-on-ones. Taking a step with the inside foot, takes the inside release, he's already trying to get that shoulder to reduce. On that shoulder, route anticipation, knowing, all right, he's dipping his head outside, probably going back inside. Okay. We make sure we collect the receiver, go get the ball. All right, corner at the top of the screen. All right, now we're mirroring back. He takes the inside release, and he's trying to lean on us to try to push off. Still on him. Fighting pressure with pressure. He's trying to give us a chicken wing arm. Fighting pressure with pressure, staying on top of his shoulder, working the hook and swat, getting the ball out. All right. Now, we're going to talk about speed releases, right? Kicking 45. All right, stay pelvis to hip, reading that hip. All right, corner at the bottom of the screen, gets a speed release. He's able to chase the V of his neck. I teach my guys, like the V of their neck, right? Once you get, after you declare that it's not a quick slant, a quick hitch, okay, our eyes go up. All right, that's the intermediate routes. We're reading it as V of his neck, and I'm telling them to chase his chest. What does that mean, all right? If he's running vertical, the V of his neck is going to stay vertical. If he's running a comeback, the V of his neck is going to turn away from you. You're going to see his back. If he's running a back shoulder, this V of his neck is going to turn towards you, and his chest is going to open up towards the quarterback. Right? So right here, he's chasing the V of his neck. He sees he sits down for a comeback, and as you see, it's going away. It's a back shoulder going away from him. He's chasing it to the point where he's almost falling over him, but he's collecting the receiver to the point where if the ball was thrown right now, he is the receiver. This is the interception. Look at the same thing at the top of the screen. Chasing the V of his neck. Chasing him down. All right. And obviously, I'm up here. I'm always hyped for my guys. Always hyped for the defense. Always hyped for my guys. Bottom of the screen using our pure step, staying square. All right. Let's help on the inside. He's going to take a step with his outside foot. Bringing his right foot with him so he can keep his leverage. Striking. All right. Like I said, diamond release, right? Ooh, we're going to press that out. Bottom of the screen, we have inside help, right? So he's outside leverage. He's going to take a step with his left foot and be able to push off this left foot, right? Fight pressure with pressure, be on his top of his shoulder, knowing he has over the top help, slingshot himself through and catch it on the slant. And step with his outside foot, planning off it, slingshot himself, catching the pick. All right, and try to go to the near sideline. Talk about one-on-one reps. Now, this is for route anticipation, right? Trying to work his pure step, his outside release fast, right? Tries to kick 45, but we're staying chest to chest. Now, okay, route anticipation. He's trying to dig. We know the receiver drop. Once he puts his head down, he's trying to dig. If he's running a 9 ball, his head's going to stay down. He's going to keep going. All right, teach my guys tendencies. If his head is down, he starts to move his head and try to jerk around. He's stopping or he's trying to set you up to run a dig. My guy knows right now we're still reading his hips. Once his hips drop and the V of his neck turns away, we have to drive for that downfield short on his comeback. All right, touch the receiver now. His eyes on the ball, violent on his finish, getting the ball out. How are you going to finish on the ball? That's level 3, right? How are you going to finish? Get the ball out. All right, bottom of the screen. We're working our mirror motor, right? Just staying square. Being on a kick, matching steps. You're trying to go outside, now he's going inside. Like I said, this is not inch. We're not saying where he goes. We're just going to play on the top field shoulder or the inside shoulder if he takes an outside release, the top field shoulder if he takes an inside release. All right, we're just going to play off that. Takes an inside release, cool. We're still on top of the route. Now we have leverage to play the top field shoulder if it's a deeper throw and bat the ball out. But how are we going to finish? Right now, he feels like this is a line drive, so now he can undercut the ball and go make a play. All right, bomb on the screen. You beat up the line of scrimmage, okay, how are you going to finish on a level 2 and level 3? Like I said, his head's not down. He's not digging for a vert route. We know it's some type of in-breaking route. All right, so now that he's stemming us inside, what can we get? We can get a curl, we can get a dig, we can get a post. Or we know that we're inside leverage so much and we're playing what? Chest to chest, that now we're looking at the V of his neck, all right? He's either going to stop and come back. We know that as the route we do here. All right, so he stops, breaks it back for a deep out. All right, but we watching his hips. His hips drops, as you see my guys. We're sitting in the book at the same time. We're able to get out our breaks at the same time to the point where we beat the receiver to the spot. All right, talk about staying square. All right, mirror motoring. But now he put in the inch technique to it where now we have a 2-yard cutoff and we work our 2 to 1 and none jam. All right, we learn it, man. I teach it as a progression. All right, 2 to shock. All right, 2 to shock the receiver. All right, when we drop it to the 1, okay, now we're reading. All right, we're going to read his release. Well, now we're done with his running. Now we're reacting to the route. Okay, so it's progression they go through. So right here, we're shocking. He's trying to run a post right here. Keep trying to move us off our line and get inside of us. We keep our inside leverage, all right, our inside dominant foot, and be able to strike on the inside pad with both hands to collect him, to control him. All right, now we're just running. After we hook him, hook a swat, and we look up for the ball, at coaching point, I tell my guys to look up and back for the ball because it changes the trajectory of how they see the ball coming from the sky rather than just looking straight back. All right. Also, teach the guys when they're looking back for the ball, all right, we're not going to look back for the receiver. Once we collect the receiver, we know where he is. Once we look up for the ball, we are the receiver. We have to go get the ball. Okay. At the bottom of the screen, same thing. All right. We're staying square, working our inch. Working straight back, working our inch. All right. Off his release, start on top of the route. Now we collect, playing chest to chest right here, negating the back shoulder throw or comebacks that happen at about 12 to 15 yards. What do you know? 15-yard comeback. All right, we're able to chase his chest. All right, he's running a comeback. But be able to stay square, all right, and play chest to chest, negate comebacks, back shoulder throws, digs, and slants. Top of the screen. Talk about diamond release, staying square. All right, we get an outside hard release, an outside fast speed release, and he shoots back inside and run a quick slant. But we're able to stay square, play chest to chest. All right, play on that shoulder, punch the ball out. Same thing here, like we talked about the speed release. We got to be able to respect it. We have to be able to playing off our inside foot, kick 45. But we also have to be able to play what? Chest to chest, pelvis to hip. Even though he looked out of place here, he's still pelvis to hip. We're still in the same relation, right? Receiver drops his hips. We're trying to drop our hips after trying to kick 45 fast, get our feet back on the ground, and drive eyes back and punch the ball out. All right, a little game rep. All right, second down. This is for the game right here, okay? Second down is about 40 seconds left. They're about to score, obviously. So now we know in the space he's not running an in-breaking route. He's running an outside route. Now we're going to inch back. We want to make a play on the ball. We inch back. Job collecting the receiver on his pad. We don't look back until we collect the receiver. Ball's in the air. We catch the game-winning interception. Get to go back home against our rivals. Hey, we talk about why we play chest to chest and negate what? Slants, digs, in-breaking routes. So bottom of the screen, being able to stay square, play chest to chest, be able to collect the receiver as he's taking his in-breaking route. I'm sorry. Fade ball. Be able to have two hands right here going through my cylinder. Be able to press him off, get him off the red line. Now we're just playing chest to chest throughout the fade ball. All right, bottom of the screen. Like I said, teach the guys what routes are coming off your divider rules and where guys are trying to stem you, what the receiver's trying to do to you. All right. He's in the middle of the divide right here. He's running outside route. Now they go in motion. Hey, obviously the quarterback sees we have inside help. They're not gonna run an inside breaking route. We know it's already going outside. So as you see, like my guy inching here, started kicking 45 before his release point. All right. He's able to beat him to the spot. Right. He's watching the V of his neck, pacing his chest. As his chest goes away from him, now we know it's a comeback. Get our eyes back and get the ball out. All right, talk about sled drills that I use, right? We talk about from the ground up. We talk about the grid drill. We talk about my EDDs, about the bag drills. Now I take it a little step further and put them on the sled so now they can strike as they're moving their feet down the sled. So the point of this drill, right? Stay square with your initial first step, striking the pad, aiming for the landmark. All right, my landmark is the peg. I want to aim for the peg, always. All right, so working a pure step. In that first step, right? Inside foot, be able to strike. And it's going down the line. Smooth and easy. It's not too strenuous. It's not too crazy. Nothing too crazy. It's not working your guys out. And at the end, they just finish on the angle. Post to hip relation finish. All right. Be able to move my feet on contact. Don't have to be so wild, right? Be able to be slow and controlled. Slow and controlled drill. All right. Having our wrists locked out. All right. Having our thumbs up. Being able to be in the combative stance. Same thing from a different angle, right? Be able to exit out, pelvis hip relation. Be able to strike and move my feet. Okay, now we talk about mirroring, right? Start the mirror motor, from the ground up, matching the receiver steps, okay, not losing our leverage at the line of scrimmage. As the receiver pushes towards his release, now we're able to strike after he gives us his release point. So right here, I'm paying the quarterbacks inside, so we're keeping our inside leverage. All right, independent feet, move them by themselves, never on the ground together, and be able to kick 45 off his release. Now we strike for that peg. Okay. Same thing. Finishing the pelvis to hip relation. All right, independent feet. As they release, pelvis to hip, striking that peg. Now it's the inside relief. Same thing. Getting square with our feet, get 45, finish on a strike. Good. Put our hands behind our back, working the same thing. But now we really want to work our feet, not having any hand motion, work our feet, kicking 45 to beat them to that spot. The independent feet, fast quick feet, getting them up and down off the ground. Finishing in the pelvis to hip relation on both sides. Now we use our hands. Now they're working us forward, mirror motor, right? Stay in front of them, striking upon the release. Right. Now this is different press man, right? But this is focused on the staying square part, right? We use this stay square regardless if you're playing off man, playing catch man. Right now we're playing catch man, which means a version, not a version of catch press man, but we're staying square and we're working lateral, right? Right here's working lateral, be able to punch and get the ball out. All right, driving for that downfield shoulder. Same thing, staying lateral here. He creeps up on our toes. He's trying to stem us inside. All right, we work laterally so we keep our inside leverage. All right, and now we're able to collect on that inside pad, okay, with our dominant foot up, our power foot still up. All right, as we collect, now our eyes can snap back to the quarterback as we know where the receiver is. We're going to make a play on the ball. All right, and be able to stay square, right? Stay square, kicking inside as he's working us inside on a stem, right? Like I said, mannerisms. Head is looking this way. He's looking here. He's going the opposite way. So be able to teach your guys route anticipation. Now he's snapping, right? Key coaching point. Aim for the downfield shoulder on slants or any in-breaking routes. Why? Because you disrupt the timing from the quarterback and the receiver. And also, when you aim for the downfield shoulder, you're flattening out this receiver's route to the point where it's going to be a hard throw for the quarterback to get it in. Just like right here, we're flattening out the route. We can't climb into the end zone and be able to finish on the ball. All right, top of the screen, we talk about staying square using our 3-bag agile drills, right? Staying square, try to stem us inside, but we're moving that pure step inside foot. Right now, we're able to keep our inside leverage, our dominant foot, our power stance foot. All right, striking with 2, maintain our inside leverage. Now we're playing pelvis to hip. Okay, and this receiver is going to drive on the out, able to beat him to the spot just by our body presence and position. Okay. Bottom of the screen, be able to work the shoot drill 2 to 1 and none. Also be able to work the agile, staying square. All right, and also be able to work him coming through my cylinder, me able to strike with hands. Okay, press this slant out. Really right here, right, moving our feet. All right, be able to collect the receiver, our dominant foot up. Side stance, hips locked out, we're good. Press the receiver out and put her down. Good rep. All right, top of the screen, 3rd down. All right, our guys cover sacks, our guys cover picks. Okay, our guys cover to get off the field. Right here is a cover sack on 3rd down to get off the field. Look at the top of the screen. Okay, right here, he's going to take outside release. All right, we have FSL to the boundary. Okay, he's going to take outside release. We're going to take him get some water. Staying square, right, kicking, and be able to get him off his red line and be able to stay square to the point we're on top of the route, but we're staying square with hands on. All right, we're going to talk about the bunny drill, the unique drill. And we have one corner working with zone eyes. All right, we have another corner working the man eyes. The corner with zone eyes will be keying the quarterback, all right, in an open stance. The corner with man eyes is keying the zone corner, okay, with his eyes on his hip. So in this picture here, I'm the quarterback over here to the right. All right, he's the zone corner, he's the man corner. Like the zone corner is looking at me for the indicator. They're both working, all right. He's working his press bail and a comeback release. He's working staying chest to chest, pelvis to hip, and working the comeback release. So we're getting work on both ways. All right. I go look back for the ball and what? He can collect the receiver and touch the receiver. Now we have to have a better finish on the ball, but it's a good rep. He sees his hips drop. All right, my hips drop. All right. His chest is turning away from me. I'm going to chase his chest and get a finish on the ball better. Same thing. He sees his hips drop. He's looking at his hips. He sees his hips drop. My hips drop faster than his. All right. Steps, our eyes back, turn around, finish on the ball. Same thing. Now he's reading his hips. Once his hips drop too. Your eyes back after what? To be able to touch the receiver. All right, squeeze the ball collected. On my punch out versus the hook and swat. Now this goes back to the levels when we were talking about body presence and where we're at on the receiver. If we have the ability to punch the ball out with a clean, hard punch, all right, we want to be able to do that. All right, we want to be able to use our long arm, which is usually our inside arm, and be able to wrap so we can secure the tackle. If we so do miss the punch, we can still secure the tackle and wrap up, right? Now, when we hook a swat, the ball's in the air. I want to read demeanor, right? The hands are out. I want to be able to see his eyes get big, the ball land, and I want to be able to give him a high five. All right, I want to be able to smack the outside hand violently, get the ball out. All right, so this is a drill for the hook and swat. All right, we're just running down the field, right? The receiver's going to hold his hands out once. All right, the DB's going to swat. He's going to hold his hands out again for a second time while running down. All right, the DB's going to swat. Now I'm next to him. I'm going to run next to him and throw the ball up. They're going to catch the ball, and now the DB's going to swat the ball out. Nice and simple drill, right? But as you see, violent swat, the outside hand, right? Swatting, high five. Swatting through the ball, getting the outside hand. Okay, working this down the field. Same thing. Wrong hand, though, right? We're going to go for the outside hand. Give my high five with the outside hand. And that's why, right? I'll be able to swat through the outside hand, give me a high five. All right. Now we're just working if we get an inside release off a pure step. If she's taking the outside, he's taking a step with the outside. All right. We get on the inside, be able to on that shoulder. Now we're working the punch out. Okay. Transitioning. He was gonna keep running. We break. still the indicator is still going to be the hip. So you still watch his hips drop down. All right, push through the ball. Violent punch. Then your arms, push through the ball. Same thing. Get a pure step with our outside foot. It starts with our foot. Be able to drive, pushing the ball out violently, going to scoop and score. Now you work our inching back, using our 3 bags. So now you incorporate different drills in one, putting the ball in the receiver's hands, and now working our comebacks. All right, going to stutter, be able to hook and swat through the comeback. Right, just different variations of stuff you're going to see when you press man. You have to get all the drills in, so now they're comfortable when they're on the field. Same thing. The punch. Okay. Now work your inch. If we're on the bottom of the route, on a curl. All right, stutter. Getting the ball out. See his right hand on the back so he can secure the route. All right, long arm with the punch with his inside and with his left. Same thing, you're working on mirror, he completes his release. Now working the dig. If on the inside of the dig, if he so happens to catch the ball, just getting the ball out. You have to punch the ball out. All right, we look at the top of the screen. Working on mirror motor, he takes the outside release. All right, we get beat in the second part. We get beat on phase 2, right? Ball's in the air. We get beat on phase 3, to get the ball out, right? Reading, anticipating, looking at the receiver's hands, pushing the ball out violently, being able to get a stop for our defense. All right, you got to be able to finish. You got to be able to finish. All right, you can have a bad start, bad phase 1, bad phase 2, all right. But if you get the ball at the van, we can coach that, right? We can coach all the parts. We got to be able to finish. Bottom of the screen. All right, we take a pure step, you get a speed release, got to kick 45, right? Bad with our hands, we get swatted by, so now we're naturally on the back shoulder of the receiver. Ball's in the air. This is a perfect picture. Playing chest to chest, not leaning located because we're not in phase. Being able to play the receiver, play the ball in the air. Good rep over right here, right? Good look of it. Ball's in the air, okay? Being able to get the ball out of the cookie jar right here. We call the cookie jar the receiver's hands, the ball's inside. We have to rake the ball out the cookie jar. Being able to get the ball out. Good rep right here. Punch it through, swatting through the arm. All right, bottom of the screen. Same thing. Now we're able to beat them on top of the route, right? But now we're bad with our hands. Get put behind, right? The balls in the air, have to finish. Be able to punch through with his left hand securing it, just in case. He got to tackle the ball down violently, get the ball out. He's able to swat with his right, get the ball out violently. You know, some coaches get mad at the guys for not punching the ball out and getting the ball out, but you have to work these drills. He doesn't feel comfortable enough, right? Like he never looks back for the ball. He's literally punching cookie jar, getting the ball out violently. He even puts the second punch in there, we can get it out violently. Not just throwing your arm out there, just literally getting the ball out. Okay. At the bottom of the screen, we just talked about body placement. On the comeback, pushes the ball out. Left hand secures, right hand pushes the ball out. Able to drop our hips when his hip drop, takes the V to the neck. We're not looking back for the quarterback until we can touch the receiver. Now we violently punch the ball out. Okay. Talk about bully ball. Right? Be able to fight pressure to pressure. We're able to two-hand shock right here. Stay inside leverage, close the hip. Now, I don't like being too combative past 5 yards because what does it do? Put you out of your position. Now, being physical in the game, I hope this route is dead. But we have to keep running through. We get put in a bad position, right? But we're able to what? Elect with the left hand. It's a dig route. We just work these, push with the long arm. Violently getting the ball out. Forcing the ball out. Okay, now we talk about the deep ball, right? It's a speed release, he's going. Now, like I said, we're not looking back for the ball, reading the receiver's eyes, reading the V of his neck, anticipation. He sees him slowing down, trying to arch him. So now I'm gonna look back for the ball, simply pushing the ball out. Okay, I remember the rep we just showed, right? The stutter dig. All right, like I said, I don't just work drills because there's work drills. We're going to see different types of variations because you play press so much. People are going to try to stutter you, get you off your track. We have to work those. Now he knows stutter isn't going to do anything to me because I'm chest to chest. Right, he does get slipped out. Right, be able to regain, collect with the right hand, right, punch with the left hand, be able to disrupt the ball and get the ball out of his hand. Same thing. Stutter doesn't do anything to us. We negate that. Tries to throw us by. We're strong. And we get the ball out. All right, corner at the bottom of the screen. All right, we're taking a pure step. Outside foot. Taking 45. And with his hands, all right? Not looking back for the ball because we're not truly in phase. Chest to chest, be able to look back. Push with our right hand, collect with our left, and get the ball out violently. At the bottom of the screen, all right? Like I said, phase 1, phase 2 don't look so pretty, right? Speed release. Now we're panicking. We do not have to throw our arm here. We have to beat him to the spot on the speed release, knowing that the ball is coming on the red line. Okay? Right here, he throws his arm, he gets swiped by, but he locks his hips out, puts him behind the receiver. He's running with him. Eyes go back. We're able to collect with the left and punch with the right. You know, that's not a flag. All right, we're gonna look at the top of the screen. Talk about stutter phase. Okay. We're able to inch back. This is outside release. Stutters us down, but we're playing chest to chest. We know he can't stutter us down to run a dig. Now we keep our feet going. It puts us a little bit behind the receiver, but we don't look back for the ball. All right. We're violent with our finish, ripping the ball out of his hands. All right. A big stop for her. Ball goes up. Eyes never go back. The ball lands. We're able to rip at the ball and get the ball out of the receiver's hands. All right. Now we talk about the ground up. Now we're going to talk about the second phase of the route. Talk about playing chest to chest. Be able to stay chest to chest in relation to the receiver throughout 15 yards. Why we talk about 15 yards? 12 to 15 yards is where the back shoulder is prevalent. All right. All right. If they're going to run a 9-ball, they can check it if you're on top of the route to a back shoulder. But if we stay chest to chest, we discourage the back shoulder. We discourage the digs and the throw-bys by our body presence. Okay. So right here, we're just working a drill, working chest to chest. All right. It's a fade ball. Now we're on top of the route. We hear a ball call. Now we're able to look through the receivers. All right, we're able to look through the receiver back to the quarterback and be able to go get the ball at his highest point, swat the ball in his hands. All right, and also when you're chest to chest, you got to be able to work the back shoulder. So once his V is going away from us, you know the ball's coming. Now I can look back for the ball and play the back shoulder throw. It's just us working it steadily, right? Like I said, not everything has to be so fast. We could teach it, right? Feet. Working our feet, collecting the receiver, looking up and back, want to get the ball. A little pregame drill before our spring game. Working our mirror. Collecting the receiver, balls up. We're just gently catch it. We're good. Like I said, catch man right here, but playing chest to chest. He collects the receiver. So you see, like I said, his eyes looking back through the receiver, balls up. All right. Interception. All right, it gets a little bit skip, right? But playing chest to chest is a back shoulder. He sees receiver's chest go away from him, the V of his neck go to the sideline. He knows the ball's coming, the ball's in the air. Right, the receiver has the ball in his hands, violently getting the ball out. Squeezing them off the red line, getting the ball out. Like I said, the juice is real. I'm always gonna have juice for my guys. All right. Bottom of the screen. Main things that coming here is big box fade, big fade balls, all right, because they know I got to safety in here. You already know, moving our feet, that playing pure step, like number two. Right now, we're playing chest to chest. Right now, we're looking back for the ball. Ball's in the air. We're able to play the ball through the cookie jar, get the ball out. Okay. Ball's in the air. Being able to be violent, getting the ball out, chest to chest. All right, bottom of the screen, same thing. Quarterback knows you have help here. All my guys are playing the fade ball heavy. You already kicks 45 beating to the spot. So now we're already chest to chest. When you even in the end zone, yet the ball's already coming. Be able to push the ball out. All right. Great picture right here. It's like they're giving each other a hug, playing chest to chest. All right. Talk about the top of the screen. Talk about playing chest to chest, chasing the V of his neck. We're inching back. His outside release. Playing chest to chest here. Chasing the V of his neck. His V of his neck goes away. We're already collecting him in the spots. Now we can just break down the balls to us. The quarterback thinks he's going to be able to break on the spot, but no, we're already watching his hips sink and his chest go away from us. We're able to break. That's an interception. Top of the screen. Hey, chest to chest on the fade ball. Okay. Yeah, we can look back to see where the ball's at, but we don't feel like we're in the correct spot. So now we get back chest to chest instead of leaning locate, be able to punch the ball to receiver's hands at its highest point. Good picture right there. Bottom of the screen. All right. This is good right here. We're taking 45 off a speed release, be able to be in the pelvis to hip relation. And we watch the V of his neck run away from us. The job with us by not looking back for the ball after we collect, reading the receiver's demeanor as he's fading away from us, getting back inside his chest, punching the ball in his hands. Like I said, it's A. The juice is real at Sacred Heart. The juice is real at Sacred Heart. We're all good. Good money. Okay, game film, bottom of the screen. It's third down. It's a big money down playing Dartmouth at home. All right, motion away is 3-by-1. You know the ball's coming through as fast. Playing chest to chest, collecting the receiver. No, we can't look back for the ball. All right, the ball's in the air. We read his demeanor. We go up chest to chest. Okay, we get the ball out violently. What I also say, chest to chest negates what? Slant, digs, and throw bys. Okay, bottom of the screen. And chest to chest, he tries to run a 5-yard in and do it because of our body presence. We're able to collect the receiver. Okay, like I said, we cover for sacks, we cover for third down stops, cover for QB scramble. All right, third down stop right here. Good job. Bottom of the screen, same thing. Our body presence will negate digs and slants. Feel the mirror motor. It's outside release. Try to drive on a dig. We're reading his hips. We're able to collect the receiver. Okay. Like I said, when his hips drop, when you're trying to sit up on the bucket, we're gonna sit down with him. Rep. All right. So now we go from chest to chest. All right. Work from the ground up to lean and locate. All right. This is after we finish our fit. After we get through 15 yards. After we discourage the back shoulder throws, we know it's not a comeback. We know the ball is going deep for a 9 or for a post ball. So now we got to get him off the red line if it's a 9 ball and lean and locate, pin him to the sideline, look up and back for the ball, or we have to play that upfield shoulder and play the post ball, right? But now we just go from chest to chest. Now we're leading and locating, elbows above ear holes, going down with the ball in bounds. Same thing. Get him to the sideline, get him off the red line, finish with the ball. About the bottom, at the bottom of the screen. All right, gets the speed release, able to run, get the receiver off the red line. Right. What is his job? His job is to reduce his shoulder and try to stack us. He's not able to do that. We're able to get him off the red line and make it a hard throw for the quarterback. It has to be a perfect throw for him to complete that. All right. Top of the screen, where he's standing. The formation is 3-by-1. Tell my guys he's taking an outside release right now, which he is speed release. We got to go. But we're able to kick 45, just being our inside presence, and get to running him off the red line, be able to lean and locate because we know right now at the 5, 10, 15, that's when he looks back because what? He discouraged the back shoulder. He knows the ball's up in the air. By his body presence has to be a perfect throw. He's able to pick the ball off. Okay, now we talk about one-on-one reps. All right, taking a pure step, right, inside foot. All right, now our second foot is the most important. He's going to kick 45 to beat him to the spot. To the spot here, he's getting chest to chest to discourage the back shoulder throws and the comebacks, right? Now he's able to hinge and lean and locate, put him to the sideline because he knows he negated that. Ball's in the air, the pick up, making the play on the ball. All right. We have to mirror the receiver's release. Takes an outside release. Get him off the red line, right? All right, here we know it's not a back shoulder throw. Put him to the sideline. Look up back for the ball. It's be a perfect throw for him to complete it. It's hard to see, but at the bottom of the screen, same thing. He's outside release now. All right, we know it's not a fade ball, right? Phase 1 is done. Phase 2, now we have to lean and locate, putting the balls in the air. We're able to lean and locate. All right, jump. Now we're the receivers, right? Be able to fight through the hands, and the ball out. All right, in the game at the top of the screen. Be able to inch match him, match his steps, push him, right? Chase his chest to the sideline. Now we're able to pin at the 15 yards. Turn and pin him to the sideline. Ball's in the air. Now we're trying to lean and locate for the ball. Has to be a perfect ball for this to be completed. Great rep. Right, top of the screen. Able to kick. 45, beat him to the spot. Like I said, you're always going to see the corners chasing their chest. So right here, he's chasing his chest. So if he does run a back shoulder, we're already beating him to the spot. If he tries to run a dig, he can't run through our body. And if it's a fade, we're able to pin and now just look for the ball and lean and locate. All right, so this is the last thing we're going to talk about fast. We're going to talk about my snake drills. All right, and I believe snaking is not speed turn. I believe speed turns are down the field when it's a deep ball. I believe snaking is when, especially for us, we play press bell man. When the receiver gets to our blind spot, we have to flip our head over our shoulders, pin our chin to find him and get him back in our visual key. So here's some drills you do when the guy's just running and the receiver's going to try to get in his blind spot, and all we're doing is flipping our head back and forth, pinning our chin, getting him back in our visual key, right? Okay. Like I said, I only got about 10 minutes, so I'm going to go through this. So now we're snaking to a comeback. Like I said, the routes we're going to see that's most prevalent to us. So now I'm starting them off by saying, go, snake, come back. Now they're breaking on a comeback, right? Same thing. Go, snake, come back. All right, key emphasis, breaking, getting out your drive in 2 steps. Drive foot, plant foot. Plant foot, drive foot. Right? Now we bring people involved, receivers. Now we're just breaking off for them. I'm not saying anything. Now they have a key that's visual. They're breaking off them when their hips drop, our hips drop. All right. Go about the top of the screen. Okay, right from the beginning, like I said, gets in our visual key, we lose them, but now we're back on top of the route, and we're still chasing his chest. Everything's still prevalent, chest to chest, dropping with him on the comeback, with a drive on the comeback. We lose him, we regain him, we're on top of the route, driving to a chest. Bottom of the screen, and we during a release, he takes it inside out, we're able to snake back on top of the route, right? We snake back on top of the route, chest to chest, squeezing it out. All right, game reps, top of the screen. Knew when they got in 12 personnel. All right, down here, there's going through a fade ball. We have 2 safeties with inside help. All right, so I'm telling my guys it's a fade. He snakes, regains chest to chest leverage on top of the route. Now he runs a back shoulder or a comeback to the pylon, we're beating him to the spot. Or just like he's doing now, he could drop him out of bounds, him out the play. Okay, bottom of the screen. Same thing as a 2-receiver route. It's third down. We cover for what? Get off the field. We cover for sacks. Right here, we have inside safety help. He runs a sluggo, a slant, tries to get back on top. We snake, buck on top of the route, back chest to chest. Using good feet, good snake, in our chin, ball goes out of bounds. Third down stop. All right, bottom of the screen. Like I said, when he gets out of our visual key, all right, we punch with 2 hands. He rolls into it. He just feels comfortable because of the drills we do. All right, take some stress off you inching back. All right, he just rolls into it. Able to see his hips drop. Now we break down on the curl. All right. Sometimes, like I said, we gotta be able to snake, use our feet. We get beat off the line, but we're able to snake. Now we're back on top of the route. We know where our leverage is. We're on the outside shoulder. We have inside shoulder help, so you could dial down on anything, but we still able to undercut the route if it was throwing the big route. Like I said, we could be at the line. We're able to snake to regain our positioning. All right. Be able to get back on that inside pad with our over the top help. All right. Top of the screen. Press bell, right? This is scary. Being able to be comfortable play press bell when it's FSL into the boundary. All right. Your receiver's under the divide, and your safety's over here. He's gonna climb over here, right? But be able to be comfortable enough, snake back on top on a stutter release, case his chest, still end up on top of the route, chest to chest. But also at the bottom, we're working staying square, working on inch back, collecting him with 2, right? Rolling into the route, the ball's in the air. It's a pick. On the top of the screen. From the start, being able to press bell, snake right now, be back on top of the route. I throw a fade ball, has to be perfect, right? Come off the red line, squeeze the ball out. Okay. So that's all I got for the press man portion of that for sure.
It's good stuff, Coach. Very
Yes,
thorough. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
All righty. Well, we got about 5 minutes, but any questions, guys? This is the time. Send those in. You can do that using that Q&A section right there on Zoom, and we'll get those over. But yeah, Coach, appreciate you. Again, guys, this
Have inside safety help. He runs a sluggo, a slant, tries to get back on top. We snake, buck on top of the route, back chest to chest. Using good feet, good snake, in our chin, ball goes out of bounds. Third down stop. All right, bottom of the screen. Like I said, when he gets out of our visual key, all right, we punch with 2 hands. He rolls into it. He just feels comfortable because of the drills we do. All right, take some stress off you inching back. All right, he just rolls into it. Able to see his hips drop. Now we break down on the curl. All right. Sometimes, like I said, we gotta be able to snake, use our feet. We get beat off the line, but we're able to snake. Now we're back on top of the route. We know where our leverage is. We're on the outside shoulder. We have inside shoulder help, so you could dial down on anything, but we still able to undercut the route if it was throwing the big route. Like I said, we could be at the line. We're able to snake to regain our positioning. All right. Be able to get back on that inside pad with our over the top help. All right. Top of the screen. Press bell, right? This is scary. Being able to be comfortable play press bell when it's FSL into the boundary. All right. Your receiver's under the divide, and your safety's over here. He's gonna climb over here, right? But be able to be comfortable enough, snake back on top on a stutter release, case his chest, still end up on top of the route, chest to chest. Also at the bottom, we're working staying square, working on inch back, collecting him with 2, right, rolling into the route, the ball's in the air. It's a pick. On the top of the screen. From the start, being able to press bell, snake right now, be back on top of the route. Tries to throw a fade ball, has to be perfect, right? Come off the red line, squeeze the ball out. Okay. So that's all I got for the press man portion of that for sure.
It's good stuff, Coach. Very
Yes, sir.
thorough. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
All righty. Well, we got about 5 minutes, but any questions, guys? This is the time. Send those in. You can do that using that Q&A section right there on Zoom. And we'll get those over. But yeah, Coach, appreciate you. Again, guys, this will end up on Glacier Drive tomorrow. So you can always go back, review, watch that first session if you missed that. Yeah, that'll all be up on the site tomorrow. Cool. Coach Wilson says, how much of these drills are your safeties doing?
Our safeties work with Coach Sapario. He's really knowledgeable, so they work their own drills. Like, they'll be off the side, and they don't do any of the drills that we do because they're never in press man situation. So they work usually off man, open field tackling, work the skips technique and things of that nature.
And Coach, do you have like a slide or something that some of the coaches can note your contact info if you're willing to give that out?
No, for sure. I don't have a slide, which all these nice cameos I have. I don't have a slide, but I just put my, they can see it. I put my Twitter in the chat. I'll put my email in the chat as well. You guys can email me or anything. I'll try to get I'm not really big on sending my tape out, but I'm free to Zoom with anybody. We can Zoom, talk over, you can take a video of it, and we can just talk over the details and the techniques of that nature. But my email and my Twitter, Instagram are all in there.
Sweet. Yep. It's there in the chat. Coach Napoleon 5 on Twitter, and then Coach Napoleon 5@gmail.com. Coach Newsom said, great talk like always. Good stuff, Coach. Appreciate you joining.
Thank you, Coach.
I'm using that Madden circle verbiage.
Hey man, each one teach one. Now I gotta get on Zoom with you. You gotta teach me something.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions, guys, while we got Coach right here? No, it's good stuff though, Coach. Appreciate you hopping on. Coach actually spoke this year at the Boston Clinic as well. So we look forward to having him speak in the future as well. So no other questions. Always thank you guys for taking the time out of your day and your night to expand your knowledge. Obviously we're all busy, but it's good to see the turnout that we had tonight. And then Coach Napoleon, thanks as well, taking the time out to help educate. So
thank you guys at Glacier for having me, and thank everybody for joining. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate you at the Glacier Clinics for sure.